you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you want till when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on the set. Let me speak.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Here we go, let's bring it.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the...
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On second down, Swift, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Herbert. That's complete. It's Damian Willis. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, exit. Hey, rock it. Rock, deep river.
From the gun, Herbert. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Bears take over at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at the 18. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Herbert flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. To throw again. Herbert. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Eddie Goldman able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Ready, set. Right there in the middle. Let's go. Mike 5-5. Hey, Delta. 5-5. Rabbit. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Leonard Floyd leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. 2nd and 14. And he's going to go down again. Akeem Hicks. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Back to throw. Herbert. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Off the play fake. Herbert, he'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Herbert able to find Willis. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back to throw. Herbert. Past the 20.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On first down, Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the toss, Cohen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Fields going to let one fly for Robinson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Yes, yes. Hey, wahoo. Get it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw caught there by Willis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off play action. Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Looking to throw. Fields. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's asking. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say asking.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 10-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes. Down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll try to get this offense going with Michelle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake. Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about look.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gonna let one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Let's go.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. Now Trubisky. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
I know he ain't got it.
Off the bootleg. Herbert. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, Herbert eluding the pressure right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. 2
incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 28. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off play action. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So it can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Willis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Yep. Get it.
Off the play fake. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
All day.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Easy work.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now his shotgun handoff to Cohen. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Trubisky to throw. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. On first down, Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 and what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Come on, set. 90, walk. Hey, foxtrot. Get it.
Now Trubisky on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments,